Welcome to The System Works, the lifestyle channel that shows you who you are, what you truly want, and how to get it. The System Works. Own it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of The System Works. I'm your host, Ernest Phillips, and today's episode, it's about the fear that nobody talks about and the solution no one knows. I know. Intriguing, maybe. All right, I think it is, and a lot of times when I think it is, there's a good chance someone else might. All right, my producer thought it was interesting because when I said the title, he did one of those pensive looks. He's like, okay, all right, I don't know where he's going, but I'm a little curious. Okay, so you have your major fears that everybody is aware of, spiders and snakes, heights, public speaking. Okay, we're all aware of those. Okay, now, this is so cool because I do a lot of research. Everything I do is going to be research-based because otherwise, then if I'm just giving you my opinion, then that's not really cool in my position. That's kind of my thing. All right. Here are some rare fears, and I had to write these down because these are ones that I did not know about. Optophobia. Okay, we're going to play a little game. Aki, you with me? All right, I'm going to say what it is, and you try to tell me what you think the fear is about. Right. Optophobia.
Fear of octopus?
Fear of opening one's eyes. Yeah, okay, you sure seem to. I'm like, that's what I said too. Again, these are rare fears. All right, here's another one for you. Omphalophobia.
Fear of amphibians.
Fear of belly buttons. All right. Now, this is my favorite one. All right. Now, there's no way I'm going to be able to pronounce this correctly, but we're going to do it anyway. I even have it spelled, enunciated, all that. All right. Hippopotomostrosequiptaleophobia.
Fear of elbows?
It's 36 letters, and it's fear of long words. All right, dude, come on, man. Are you kidding me? The fear of long words is like the longest word I've seen in I don't know how long. All right, that's just hilarious. I had to write those down because there was no way I was going to try to pronounce things that I can't pronounce even if I'm looking at it. All right, so now, what is the fear that no one talks about? The fear that no one talks about, and this is how it is written in psychology, is the fear of negative evaluation. Okay, do you know what that means? I mean, in layman's terms?
Yeah, kind of how I felt yesterday. At work we have kind of a review with Amner, so I thought maybe I was going to get a negative review. Is that?
Yes. And the core part of this is, in its most simplistic terms, it's fear of judgment. That's all it is. Now, here's the tug tip. In order to feel judged, you need to see the judge as higher, or you as lesser, or feel guilty. Now, we're going to talk about the biggest fear every human has. This is the biggest motivator in actions, okay? It's not just the fear of judgment. It's the fear of judgment when we know we're guilty, okay? The research is out there. Now, if you are one of these individuals that has ever read the Bible, believes in it, knows about it, in the very beginning, you have Adam and Eve, okay? And God says, all right, whatever you do, just, you can do whatever you want, just don't do this one thing. I know. I mean, you'd think he would know us well enough to know this is not going to be a good thing because we're going to do the one thing. And so sure enough, boom, they go and they eat the apple. And now they have knowledge. And then God comes back and he's like, hey, where are you? And they're hiding. And they're like, what? What do you mean? Hi, hey there. Why are you hiding? Why do you have clothes on? What's going on here? Why were they hiding? Because they knew they were guilty. It's not just when we are afraid of being judged, and that can do insecurities, and there's all other types of that. But I'm talking about when you know you've done something, you know you're guilty. That is one of the things that just is such a driving force for us. So this is the actual tug tip when it comes to how to overcome this. And the action step is stop judging. The more you judge, the more judgments on your mind, the more you can see how people will be judging. And I talk about this in other episodes. The tug tip is judgment often comes from a lack of understanding or a place of dominance. Now, that place of dominance can be a place of insecurity of, okay, I think you are better than me, so I'm going to judge you for something that I think I can find. Anything that I can find where I think I'm better than you or you aren't meeting a standard that I've come up with, that's a place of dominance. The other place that we do the judgment is a place of understanding or lack of understanding. We see someone, I'm driving and someone is in the left lane. I'm in the left lane. They're in the right lane. They jump into the left lane, then they slow down, and then they jump back into the right lane. And I'm thinking, what are they doing? Now, for the most of my life, I would have judged them, said, what are you doing? I would have come up with a story that would support that. My judgment is basically they're a bad driver, they're a jerk, no one raised them right, whatever fit at the time. And now I go in with this concept of, people do things for a reason. I just don't know what the reason is. So I go in with the curiosity and I go in with the concept of, I probably don't understand. They probably have a reason. The less I judge others, the less I'm going to anticipate people judging me. The less I anticipate that, the more I get to go on about my business. There. Now, that's the second tug tip for this. One of the examples of all of this judgment and of how we do this can be described in simple things, such as if you have ever been in an abusive relationship, one of the questions people ask, why did you stay? Well, here's a scenario for those who don't know and don't understand. One of the reasons is when you are in an abusive relationship, and I have been, and I have seen, and I have coached, when you're in it, you are going to defend why you're in it. And you are going to alienate other individuals close to you, family or friends who are able to see the unhealthy because they're sitting on the outside. And they're sitting on the outside, and because of that, they're able to see simply for what things are. When you're in it, it's a degree of abuse. Abusers just don't start off and going, hey, how are you doing? I'm just going to hit you. That's not how that works, because you would just run. No, it starts off small and they incrementally get more and more abusive. And that way, you don't see how extreme it is because you just see it as just more than the last. You have become conditioned to it. Whereas someone on the outside can see, well, that's just abusive. And you may be thinking, well, it's not nearly as bad as what I've already gotten through. But here is where this issue comes in, is now that they've alienated, when they do realize they are in an abusive situation, getting out is difficult because if they get out, who are they going to go to? Their friends and loved ones who they've alienated? No, the fear of judgment for what they've done is going to kick in. What's the first thing that people are going to say? I told you so. And it's like, oh, look, it's hard enough to deal with accusations when you're innocent. But when you know you're guilty and you have to throw yourself at the mercy of the court, you can say, hey, I made a mistake. And they say, I don't care. You said that to me and I don't want to be your friend. I'm not, because it's you. That is even more scary. And that will keep people stuck and in unhealthy situations. That will keep people stuck at jobs, in relationships, with loved ones, with friends. You know how hard it is to walk up to someone and take full ownership for a mistake? To where you know this time when they judge you, it's because you are judge worthy. You have done something. Here's how to move past this. Number one, stop judging. Number two, when you identify that you have done something incorrect, the fear of judgment is strong. But I will tell you, being on the other side of this, when you go and you just look that person in the eye and say, I realize that this is what I've done, and I realize that you have every right to judge me, and I accept your judgment. It is one of the best ways to start over again. And people will amaze you. The number of people who will receive that will amaze you because you're taking ownership. And if they do care about you, and they probably do, they still want to support you. And yes, later on, they might tell you, I told you so. But guess what? You earned that one. So take it, keep going, leave the fear at home. We'll see you soon. We hope you enjoyed this episode of The System Works. Have fun with the action steps. Enjoy the Wi-Fis. Click like, click subscribe, and comment. The good and the bad, we like them all. We look forward to seeing you next time. The System Works. Own it.